Mae Rim is 35 minutes from Chiang Mai in North Thailand. Not only, but more rich people live there. For example, there's a Four Seasons there. And Paul told me you only find Four Seasons in upper or upper middle class neighborhoods. We were so lucky. We were able to stay there from March 5th until May 30th in a big house. We had a trusted house sitter's job there to take care of 3 adorable cats. Here is the video, one of the videos. There are 2 videos, one about the house and one about the animals. Chiang Mai Mae Rim has 3 seasons: hot season, rainy season, and cool season. We were there from March 4th until May 30th, so we were there during the hot season. Well, and the very beginning of the rainy season. During that time, farmers also burn their fields and it can get very smoky. But it never really got that bad while we were there. We were expecting like really hazardous, crazy, bad, smoky weather, smoky skies, like we did sometimes when we were still living back in Reno, Nevada, the USA, from forest fires. Sometimes there it gets super smoky and it's not good anymore to be outside, like it's hazardous. But it got in Chiang Mai, Mae Rim, it never got nearly that bad, never. We thought it would get really bad, but not at all. So forest fires in Reno are much worse. Oh, and in May, the sky was actually pretty clear, almost all the time. I expected it to be crazy humid, but it was, yes, of course, it was humid. It's Thailand, but it wasn't that humid. Especially in March and April, there were actually also days they were quite dry, I mean, for that region. Usually it was more humid, of course, in the morning and in the evening during the night, but in the middle of the day, it could even get down to 30% humidity. Yeah, I like the dryness so much better than the humidity. That is actually what I miss the most from Reno, Nevada, the USA. Yeah, it's so fucking dry there and I really miss that. Except my hair. My hair likes the humidity better. The first month in March, I don't think we got any rain at all. The weather was just hot and sunny. But in April, we started to get some thunderstorms. And unfortunately, when there was a thunderstorm going on, the bathrooms smelled like sewer. A little bit, and actually also outside it started to smell like sewer. In May, we started to get more and more thunderstorms. Well, it was the beginning of the rainy season. To my surprise, we didn't get that many power outages, and the ones we got, they never really last long, except for one. So one lasted 3 hours and 15 minutes. That was the longest one. And of course, it happened when I was filming a recipe video for my other channel, Creative Carnivore Kitchen, and I had something in the oven. It's always like this. So I had to finish the recipe the day after. Towards the end of April, we sometimes smelled the fires from the farmers when they were burning the fields. Oh, and we had earthquakes. Paul told me we had multiple earthquakes, but I only felt one. So once, of course, I was again in the kitchen cooking. He came into the kitchen and told me there's an earthquake, and it was already swinging for a while. I grew up in Bern, Switzerland, and I never ever felt an earthquake there. But then when I moved to California, Nevada, the west coast, well, I didn't live on the coast, so I don't know if you can say the coast, but the west of the United States, yes, there were multiple earthquakes that I felt. But they shake, they rattle, stuff rattles. The ones in Thailand, or the one I felt, was swinging, totally different. I think I never felt the little ones we had in Thailand because they're swinging earthquakes and I'm dizzy a lot. And it actually feels the same like when there was this swinging earthquake. So when a little one was going on, maybe I actually felt it, but I just thought, oh, I'm just dizzy again. As mentioned, the little ones I could never feel, or I thought it was just my dizziness, but that one big one we had, yes, there was no mistake, that's an earthquake. And I think yes, I'm pretty sure I felt it before Paul came into the kitchen to tell me there's an earthquake. I already figured it out myself. And he basically got me out of the kitchen because, well, nothing happened. We were always safe. But you don't want to be in the kitchen when there's an earthquake. That's really dangerous and stuff could fall down and stuff. So that swinging earthquake was so weird to me. It was so different because, as mentioned, I only knew, well, first I didn't know any earthquakes at all, and then just the shaking ones, the rattling ones. And I got always so super scared, really anxiety attacks, panic attacks. After a while, it kind of got a bit better, but I still hate them. But that swinging one, honestly, it felt much better to me. I wasn't that scared. It's not as scary, I feel, because stuff doesn't rattle and it's not shaking. It's just like, yeah, you're drunk or dizzy or just like well, maybe I also feel much less scared with the swinging ones because I know that motion so well from my dizziness, so I'm like used to it. I don't know. But actually, Paul told me that the swinging ones are more dangerous than the rattling ones. Still, the rattling ones, the shaking ones, they scare me much more. In Thailand, the beds are super hard. Oh, how I love that. In Switzerland, for years, I was sleeping on a futon, on a really hard mattress on two rice mats. When it smelled so good, I loved it. But I have to admit, the beds in Thailand, they were a bit too hard, so it was hurting my hip bone. But and I always sleep on my side. But I just put a pillow onto my hips and problem solved. Totally good. Thais are very friendly. So once when we went to the Rinping grocery store, we had to wait quite a while because the Grab driver just couldn't find it. And of course it was super hot outside, so we were waiting inside of the store. And I wasn't feeling well. I think I didn't even eat anything yet. I was super weak. And so I was sitting down on the floor there. And one of the cashier ladies, they all have like a little stool. She brought me her stool so I could sit on it. I thought that was so super nice. And the security guard from outside, yeah, all the bigger grocery stores, they all have security guards in front of it. He also, from somewhere, brought a stool inside for Paul to sit on, but Paul declined. He didn't wanna. But that was really nice. Thais are also very considerate. So once our Grab driver helped us to put a case of sparkling water into the trunk, and one of the little bottles fell down and shattered on the floor. And he immediately tried to get all the pieces off from the floor, from the ground, and put it safely in a plastic bag. And he really tried to get every little one. And then he put that plastic bag into the car for later to safely dispose of it. And so I was really like in awe. In the United States, no one would give a damn. And I'm pretty sure in most other countries too, they wouldn't pick up the glass, they would just leave it. So very considerate. I read and heard that it's super hard to find tampons in Southeast Asia. I brought a shit ton of tampons from Switzerland with me, so I didn't need any. I still don't need any, but I was still curious, and I did find at the more expensive Rinping grocery store like 2 different kinds of tampons, but there were like more than 20 different kinds of pads. Paul wanted to go to the Central Mall in Chiang Mai. I don't really like malls, too expensive, and I prefer so much more like the open markets where it's much cheaper and shop how the locals shop. It's much more authentic feeling. I like that much better. But anyways, we went there, we were looking for postcards, but we couldn't find any. Paul ate some Thai food there. Yeah, more about traditional Thai food here in that video, traditional foods in Thailand. What I thought was cool were the toilets in that mall. You can pull down like a little seat for kids. I've never seen that before. Oh, and in Thailand, you're not supposed to flush the toilet paper. Luckily, where we were living in a house, we were able to flush the toilet paper. Or they didn't tell us. No, I'm sure it was okay. Yeah, but so far, in all the public toilets, we saw toilet paper. There is toilet paper everywhere. What I didn't expect, because Thais, they prefer that douche thingy. They don't really use toilet paper. But I think for tourists, there is toilet paper everywhere. Another day, we went to another mall. Unfortunately, I forgot the name. And finally, there we found postcards. Well, not the regular postcards, postcards made by an artist in a boutique. And they were expensive. We paid 35 Thai baht, that's $1.05 for one card. And I needed 26 cards. Well, but I was so overjoyed that I finally found postcards. Also, sending them was expensive. We sent them from the post office and it cost $1.80 per card. Doesn't matter if US or Switzerland. So that was expensive too. But I told Paul that I want to continue sending birthday cards now in form of postcards while we're doing that nomad life. That's very important to me and I want to continue that. So yes, we spend money on that. Sometimes more, sometimes less. But unfortunately, I figured out some of those cards never made it. But what is interesting is we sent, I think, 2 batches from Thailand. And some of the cards from the same batch arrived and some didn't. And I'm so super sad about that some people don't get my annual birthday card. I'm very sad about that, but I kind of expected that sooner or later, somewhere, at some time, at some point in our nomad life, some of my postcards won't arrive. So unfortunately, it happened there with very expensive postcards, with very expensive shipping. Well, later on, when I Googled online about that, I figured out it would have been so much cheaper to buy stamps for 15 Thai baht, what is 46 cents, and then just put the cards into a mailbox. But during those 3 months we were there, I haven't seen one mailbox, nowhere. But honestly, I also have to admit, I didn't really look. And well, online it says that you can purchase stamps at the stores where they sell postcards, but we didn't find any shops, any stores that sell postcards except for that boutique shop in the mall, and they weren't like regular postcards, and I don't think they had stamps. Well, I didn't ask, she didn't say they have any, so I don't know. And who knows, what I read online is really true. And the chance of postcards arriving that got put into a mailbox should be better than postcards actually bringing to the post office. I don't think so. I would assume that if you bring them to the post office, the chance that they arrive is much higher than if you just put it in a mailbox. But well, I don't know. Well, we will be back in Thailand, in the South Thailand later on. And I'm not sure yet if I'm gonna take my chances and if I will send postcards from there. Maybe I'll just send the birthday postcards before and afterwards. So yeah, my people get their birthday cards sometimes way too early, sometimes way too late. But hey, they usually get them, except for some from Thailand, they didn't get them, unfortunately. Anyways, as already mentioned, I don't really like shopping at the mall, but that mall had like a crazy sale for 60 Thai bahts, $1.79 for like clothes, a whole bunch of clothes in bins. So we looked through that and we actually found this here. I cut the sleeves off. I don't like sleeves, and I'm not wearing it now because it's really sweaty right now, so it actually belongs into the dirty laundry. But we found that one, and we found a dress. Well, this is really just a black dress. It doesn't give any shape. It's more like for the beach and stuff. But so hey, I have a dress again. So, but I can't wait to get another one soon, like more colorful. This is really just so at least I have one dress. Twice we went to the Varorot market. I don't really know how to pronounce it. So both times after a hospital visit. So the first time we got there around 5 p.m. just when the night market started. And unfortunately, shortly after we arrived, I started to feel very, very badly. So we couldn't spend much time there. Here is a video about back at the hospital. I was still able to get some long light pants that I desperately needed, and hell no, not elephant pants, no. Already before we even left Reno, Nevada to start this nomad life, I saw and read that everyone, all the tourists and probably also non-tourists, wear elephant pants, especially in Thailand and also other countries in Southeast Asia. And you see, and I saw them too, so many people wear them. I was like, hell no. No, anything but elephants. I don't want those. So what I got is actually, here, these are the ones I got. So they're like lions and hippos. Yes. So, and those were the cheapest I could find there. 100 Thai baht, $2.94. And I also got a bracelet, like I do in every country we are spending more time in. Where is the one from? Yeah, the one from Montenegro is missing right now. It broke and I'm trying to fix it. The one from Switzerland I lost, unfortunately, but I will get another one next time I'm there. Okay, here, that's the one, and that's actually currently my favorite still since I got it, from Thailand. That's the one. I love it. Yes, these probably at some point will all be white. That one wasn't white. That one was like, I don't know, orange. Yeah, that one was orange. So probably at some point all of those will be white. But yeah, that one is Thailand. Really quickly, if you want to know, that one is Serbia. That one, Malaysia. The first one, Turkey. That one is from here, Singapore, where I am right now. Croatia, Albania. I know it's actually for the hair, but the bracelets were so fucking expensive in Slovenia that I bought these. The Philippines. And again, Montenegro is missing right now. Switzerland, I lost. Oh, and for the bracelet from Thailand, I paid 20 Thai baht, what is 59 cents. And I also bought for the same amount of money this here, also 20 Thai baht, and let me see it, this here. The second time we went to Varorot market, it was around noontime. I felt really good, pretty good. So we could spend some more time there. I was looking for shoes. I still need new shoes, but I couldn't find any there that were really good because I have one pair of shoes during my Nomad Life, so they should be good ones, have a good sole, have good ankle support, but still not like hiking boots, super crazy hot, because we are basically only in really hot countries. But I couldn't find any that were really good, so I didn't buy any shoes. I lost one of my earrings in Switzerland and a hanging one, so I bought, well, two, but I always only wear one. So I bought this with its matching sister or brother. This I always leave in. So for 20 Thai baht, 60 cents. Hey, what? Before I said like this one here was also 20 Thai baht, but it cost 59 cents. So why does this cost 60 cents for 20 Thai baht? Well, the exchange rate constantly changes. At the Varorot market, we also went downstairs where all food stuff was, and Paul ate some Thai food there. More about that in the video I already mentioned earlier, traditional foods in Thailand. And then we used the toilet there. There was no toilet paper. I think that was the only one in Thailand where there was no toilet paper. No problem at all. We always carry around our own toilet paper. And for that toilet, we had to pay 3 Thai baht, 9 cents. Unfortunately, we figured out about the local weekly market in Mae Rim only quite late into our stay, and only by chance. We were driving by with a Grab driver. I think we were coming home from Chiang Mai, yes, and I saw like, oh wow, what is this? And then the Grab driver told us, oh, that's the weekly local market in Mae Rim. Every Wednesday, starting at 2 p.m. until, I don't remember what he said, I think 8 p.m. or something like that. I really wanted to go, but either I was too sick or it didn't fit into our plans. But finally, on May 21st, 2025, we managed to go to the local market. So Oscar, our daily driver, said it would start at 3 p.m. Another driver told us 2 p.m. And oh yeah, Oscar, then another day he said 3:30 p.m. So it's like always changing. And yeah, so anyways, we decided to be safe that Oscar picks us up at 2 p.m., takes us to the gym, so we would work out first, and at 3:30 p.m. he picks us up from the gym and takes us to the local market. And super cool, he joined us at the local market. So the three of us went to the local market in Mae Rim. It was small, but I loved it, and everything was cheaper than anywhere else. Exactly what I love. Paul bought himself and also for Oscar some food to take home, and he also bought some pineapple, and he said the pineapple was about 25% cheaper than anywhere else. Of course, there was no food for me there. Oh, I would have so loved to try the insects there. There was a stand with insects she sold, but all of them were spiced, all of them. If they would have just insects, nothing else on it, or maybe some salt, then yes, I would love to try it. Spices is a huge no-go for my health. And shit, they had pants there much cheaper. Like the long pants I bought for 100 Thai baht, these were the cheapest I could find. There, those were 69 Thai baht. so cheaper. And they had so many more different kinds that weren't elephants. Of course, they also had the elephant pants, but so many others. And I was so sad. I so wanted to buy a pair there, but I need one pair. We're living a nomad life. We don't have that much space in our luggage. And in a nomad life, you think twice, 3 times, 4 times what you really need, what you really want to buy to take with you. So yes, I need one long pants that are light. I need that, but I have one, so I don't need another one. So I didn't buy any. I was so sad. I so would have wanted to get one there. But I did buy 2 pairs of shorts that I needed for 69 Thai baht, so the same amount like the long pants, and that is $2.11. And I absolutely love the shorts I bought. So here, those, oh my gosh, look at those. Those are so awesome, so cool and comfortable, and pockets. These are like my everyday shorts. I really love those. And what I definitely needed, shorts for sleeping. And also those, I love them so much, and they're so comfortable. And yeah, I definitely needed those. So every time I leave the house, I'm wearing this, like a bandana thingy. So I can do this because I'm very sensitive to smells and scents and everything. So this is like really helpful. I need it all the time. And so I was thinking, with the old shorts, my sleeping shorts, that were kind of falling apart or started to get holes, I could make another one like this. Because it's always good to have 2. When one is in the dirty laundry, then I have a second one. So we brought a little sewing kit with us, and I chose colors that we most likely will never use for something else. By hand, I sewed a tube together, and yeah, I forgot how much time it takes to sew something together with just the hands and not the machine, but it was fun. But unfortunately, I made it way too big. So actually here in Singapore, I cut one side off, and I sewed together this side again. So now it's much smaller. It's actually, if you compare it to this one here, it's way smaller, but it's good. So it's tighter. It's much tighter. Here, if you want to inspect my work, my hand sewing, that's what I did. Yeah. Oh, I forgot. I actually, for this video, wanted to wear this. I attached it here. So, and then I usually put it in the braid as a also braid with this one here. So it's in the braid. Or I just leave it hanging with a ponytail. So anyways, what is this? This is also there were 2 ribbons from the sleeping pants. So now I use them for my hair. Yeah, during a nomad life, you get creative and you figure out how to reuse stuff. Mae Rim has a gym, unfortunately too far away from we were staying, so we couldn't walk there, and so we had to get a Grab driver every time when we went to the gym. Day gym, we both really liked it. We paid $32.81 per person per month. Not too badly. They also had a 3-month pass, and we were actually staying 3 months in Mae Rim, but unfortunately I had major health problems there, and there were like periods where I couldn't go, so we didn't get the 3-month pass. It also, when we arrived in Mae Rim, it took quite a while for me to be good enough to be able to go to the gym. So we already lost much time at the beginning, so it wouldn't have been worth it to get the 3-month pass. So we just got twice a 1-month pass. If you would get a yearly pass, also like for 1 year, 1 month would cost you only $22.05. That is super reasonable for that gym. It was a really nice gym. So I thought if I would live there and I get a yearly subscription, that would, and then I did the math, it would cost you $22.05 per month. That is a super good price. As mentioned, we really liked the gym there. There was no AC in the changing rooms, and it was fucking crazy hot in the changing rooms. The fan that was there didn't help shit. But the workout area, there was AC everywhere. It was really nice, comfortable. And they had these little baskets you can put your stuff in and carry it around. That was super cool, I thought. I've never seen that before in another gym, but I didn't use it because I'm so used to carry my stuff around, and I didn't want to use it. And I usually always just have my towel, my water bottle and my phone with me at the gym. My phone only because I have my workout plan there, so I need my phone. Otherwise, I wouldn't have my phone with me at the gym. And of course, when I want to film sometimes something for a video to show you how weak I got while working out. Here a little bit about supplements. DHEA. You don't need a prescription for that, but without it, it's really hard to get. You basically can't get it. They need to order it. We paid about $15 for 30 packs of 1 gram each glucosamine. Really good deal and pure, no fillers, no nothing. So we bought 2 packages. Liposomal vitamin C. We couldn't find anywhere, and most of the people, if not all the people at the drugstores and the pharmacies, they didn't even know what it is. MCT oil, we found 450 milliliters for 726 Thai baht, what is $22.07. Unfortunately, the hydrogen peroxide tastes the same like in the Philippines. Super gross. The big bottle we bought there cost us 35 Thai baht, $1.06. Mae Rim, Thailand is the first place we've been during our nomad life. Both of us, Paul and I, we can actually imagine living there for a longer period of time. Just the water is missing. Paul and I love the water, would love to live on the water at the lake or even better, the ocean. Someone from Switzerland told me, I don't think Asia is a good address for you. I have Asperger's. Nothing is a good address for me. Nothing. I don't do well in any country. I don't do well living with anyone. And I don't fit in anywhere. And you know what? I felt so much more comfortable in Asia than in Switzerland. Here is a video about Switzerland is the Matrix. During our stay in Mae Rim, Songkran was going on, the Thai New Year, and it lasts for 3 days, from April 13th until the 15th, but it celebrated the entire week or even the entire month. They splash or pour water over each other, and the water symbolizes cleansing, purification, and washing away the bad luck. Over the years, it turned into a water fight. Yeah, we didn't go anywhere during that time, not just because of my health, also because I don't like big crowds. So we didn't participate in it. Stay happy, stay healthy, stay dry.